Welcome, 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 North Node in Gemini. Welcome to Mystically Soul. My name is Lisa, and I am continuing with the North Node Tarot readings this week. So if you're unfamiliar with your North Node, please refer to your astrological birth chart. You will find your North Node there. And just a little bit about the North Node. I did put some information down in the description box, but essentially it's like sort of the direction that you are headed in this lifetime. The energy that you are meant to embrace. So like, your sun, moon, and rising, are all aspects of yourself that you sort of, or like blueprints of your personality. Whereas, the North Node is kind of like something that doesn't really come naturally. And it's something that you have to, it's something that evolves over time. It's an aspect of your personality that sort of evolves over time after you've learned certain lessons and, you've matured emotionally to a certain extent. These are aspects that you will begin to express more as you grow up, right? So if you are North Node in Gemini, that means that your South Node is in Sagittarius. And just to give you a little tidbit about that, so you may more unconsciously express the South Node qualities of yourself, because this is where you have embraced and expressed these aspects. These are the lessons that you've learned in previous lifetimes, okay? Being casual, direct, enthusiastic, far-seeing, gregarious, humorous, restless, traveler, spiritual. These may be aspects of yourself that just sort of come naturally, or you may feel more represent who you are. The North Node in Gemini, though, that is what you will develop through your lifetime, okay? So these aspects are being adaptable, articulate, communicative, dexterous, flexible, intellectually lively, talkative, versatile, changeable. Okay, so these are some things that might develop in your personality over time, or you will, eventually come to express these aspects, because you understand that these are things that will help you kind of evolve your soul and will help you kind of get to the next level. Okay, so we are going to ask Spirit today in the reading about the energy coming in and anything that Spirit or your spirit guides would like for you to know. I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And this plant does not look good. Uh-oh. I need to do something about this plant. Anyway, that's just my ADD kicking in. Don't mind me. Okay, so we want to know from Spirit, the divine, the ancestors, the angels, and the spirit guides for North Node in Gemini. North Node in Gemini. What does North Node in Gemini need to hear right now? What is for the best and highest good for North Node in Gemini? What kind of energy is North Node in Gemini entering into? What does North Node in Gemini need to know right now? Okay, what does North Node in Gemini need to know right now? What are some things that North Node in Gemini need to know? What is the energy coming into North Node in Gemini? What do they need to know for their best and highest good? North Node in Gemini. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. So I don't know if you saw earlier, 2 cards popped out, and it was like I hadn't yet channeled the question that I, wanted to get the messages for. But the hyena card was one of the cards that popped out earlier, so it popped out again. So that's very meaningful. So we got the hyena, and we got the deer. Okay. The hyena and the deer. The predator and the prey, okay, which is interesting for Gemini. Gemini is the twins. Gemini is changeable. So that's a little bit, I kind of want to like hide this bookshelf because it's like not very aesthetic, but I feel like that's just my ego. So I'm going to just let it go. Okay, so for North Node in Gemini, the hyena. It's also interesting that you see, the moon, like a half moon. That's also a little bit of like a Gemini type of energy. Like the 2 faces of the moon, the side with the sun and the side with darkness. The hyena also represents, so yeah, North Node in Gemini, this is definitely, there's something in here for you that, the hyena is kind of like an animal that, I'm thinking of like the Lion King. It's always like annoying and, just not very stoic. Like, so there's something to be said about, being a little bit more, I don't know about serious, but just not always like snickering in the corner or something. And the deer is definitely feminine, very feminine energy, very nurturing and gentle. Again, if I'm thinking of a Disney movie like Bambi, we are going to read from the book, but this is just sort of like my intuitive interpretation. So this is a little bit more North Node in Gemini. This is a little bit more of, I feel like, like letting go of an aspect of your personality that is not genuine and sort of welcoming in this a little bit more like nurturing, soft, gentle energy, right? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so we'll read from the book. Why not? I like to. So, hyena. Let's see what they have to say about the hyena. Hyena. I wonder what word hyena comes from. It's an interesting name. Okay. Humor, wit, sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface, there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? Okay, so when in when in balance, charming, witty, fun to be around. When out of balance, scrappy, petty, suspicious. To bring into balance, sobriety. Oof, it's got really dark all of a sudden. Okay. So the book suggests sobriety to bring into balance. So, take that as it resonates. It doesn't necessarily have to mean like, not to drink. Like, I'm not saying that, you have an alcohol or drug problem, but, sometimes sobriety also means, stop using, like they give the example of like jokes and sarcasm to kind of cover up. So really anything that you would use to like cover up how you really feel, or, holding on or hiding old resentments to mask how you really, to mask what you are uncomfortable with discussing. So, you know, again, the moon here, like we have a full moon coming up. So, that could also mean to let go of maybe these aspects of yourself, with a full moon ritual could be helpful. Okay. The deer is loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects. There we go. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents during the first few days they are fully present. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. So when in balance, receptive, compassionate, nurturing. When out of balance, concerned, protective. To bring into balance, nature, children. Okay, so getting out into nature, possibly, if you have children, doing something fun with your children, or, if you don't know any children, that's okay. Like, you might have pets. You can take your pet to like a dog park, or, even just going out into nature and, putting your feet in the grass, like reconnecting with the mother, right? Mother Earth. Okay, so we're going to move on to the goddess, mythical goddess deck. And we're going to be asking Spirit for some messages about any challenges. Okay, so we want to ask Spirit, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What are the challenges for North Node and Gemini that they need to be mindful of? Any challenges that North Node and Gemini need to be mindful of? And actions that they can take. All right. North Node and Gemini, challenges that they face. One more card. Oh, that's a lot of cards. One more card for North Node in Gemini. North Node in Gemini. North Node in Gemini, challenges that they face and actions to take. North Node in Gemini, actions to take and challenges that they face. Please let these messages be for the best and highest good of those who are watching this video. Do these want to fall out? Okay. We're going to let them fall out. Okay, so let's see. Okay, challenges and actions to take. We have Ixchel, the moon. Okay, we have Kuan Yin, the Empress. And we have Earth failure. Okay, so you know, a challenge that you may face, North Node in Gemini, could be something having to do with like something hidden or subconscious, like because the moon came up. Possibly expressing your feminine qualities, you know, being nurturing. There could be some sort of subconscious, some sort of subconscious blockage. Oh my goodness, people are losing it. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I live on a busy street and there's never been so much like angry honking. Anyway, yeah, so with the moon here as a challenge, you know, what are you resisting? There could be something that you're subconsciously holding on to, some sort of conditioning, or some sort of, you know, thing that happened that you haven't yet processed emotionally, or haven't healed from yet. And I think that it could possibly preventing you from kind of stepping into this Empress energy, stepping into the energy of giving. It could also be preventing some sort of challenge in receiving divine instructions. Again, this could be tied to a fear of failure, or it could be, I know in the book, this talks about, this card in particular, talks about, you know, recognizing when something is not working, like something that you have put your time and energy and effort into, and it is not fruitful, and it is, you know, it could be like dead weight. It's something that you're holding on to, and it's time to let it go. Okay, it's time to put it to rest. Kind of learn what you can from the situation and move on. Okay, so there is something here with moving on from what is not bearing fruit. Okay. I like reading from the book, so we're going to do that. Okay, so Ixchel. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name of this goddess, but that's what I see on the card, so that's what I'm saying. Okay. See if I can get it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I think my head needs to be like right here in order for the light to be okay. And I'm going to cover up the bookshelf. There's a lot of things happening right now. Okay, Ixchel, the Mayan moon goddess of creativity, fertility, and healing medicine, is the weaver of the fabric of life. The goddess of childbirth and flowing waters, the many-faceted Ixchel is fiercely independent and the very origin of life. Ixchel is the soul of the moon, weaving the colorful fabric of life through her magic and knowledge. From her skirt flows the river of rainbows, as she is the mother of all plant life. She communes with Source through her lunar intuition and profound introspection. The essence of femininity, she is the gateway to your deepest Piscean emotions that connect you to your life force. Ixchel is making her presence known to you. Through your intuitive knowing, your prayers, and dreams, she is sending you messages that must be heeded. Pay attention as Ixchel calls forth your cellular memory from your subconscious into the light of your conscious mind. As you take time for deep reflection, many mysteries will be revealed to you. Let the information that surfaces assist you in making choices that honor the depths of who you are. So with the deer card earlier, okay, and the hyena card, you know, there's definitely a message of honoring the divine feminine, you know, kind of like letting go of these elements of yourself that are holding you back or not allowing you to kind of step into your divine feminine nature. You know, they mentioned in the book that, you know, something about, you know, the moon, like, so again, the moon comes up using this next full moon to maybe let go and release that which is no longer serving you, kind of to step into this divine feminine energy and into a more kind of genuine and authentic version of yourself. Yeah. I feel like there's also some heart healing, healing of the heart. So if you guys, you know, notice there's green, she's wearing green, she has green. Yeah, there's a lot of green. So picking up like heart chakra work, you know, either if you do Reiki or you listen to healing frequencies or chakra affirmations, you know, however you do it or however you want to do it, that could also help you to, again, heal your heart, release, you know, whatever is the blockage there. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Empress. The Empress, Kuan Yin, the Mother of Mercy, compassion, and healing, hears the weeping of the world and offers relief from humanity's suffering. She has promised to stay on Earth until every creature alive has attained enlightenment. The supreme goddess of China, she holds the healing waters of Amrita in her vase and the willow branch of compassion. Kuan Yin radiates the perfect fusion of love and wisdom, and through her elegance and gentleness offers healing to all. She personifies unconditional love. Her essence fills all of humanity with peace and comfort, to be filled with her mercy and healed into wholeness, healing others in return. Beautiful Kuan Yin gently yet powerfully invites you to open to the pure stream of love and compassion that is always available. Her invitation is to yield your heart fully, that you may receive her blessing and in return bless others. The beauty of her soft, pervasive essence reminds you that sometimes passive power is called for, and to offer mercy and gentleness to those in your life. She exemplifies the feminine principle and the effectiveness of subtle power. Okay, so, because these are the challenges and actions to take, there's definitely like some kind of like healing of your heart. There's, some sort of blockage that may need to be addressed. And, this hyena energy, or like kind of like using jokes and sarcasm to cover up like the hurt inside, that could be like, again, on a subconscious level, because it's like issues that haven't been dealt with. And to step into this very motherly, right? The deer and Kuan Yin, like unconditional love, mercy, compassion, like this really beautiful feminine energy is possible for, that's sort of like the highest expression of who you are. But first, I guess it requires, being honest with yourself, possibly, writing down like the things that you need to let go, thinking of situations maybe that you're ready to kind of release and put to rest. And then the last card is Earth Failure. Okay. So let's find, okay. All right. Okay, a majestic tree has withered and died, a thing of beauty never able to thrive and bear fruit. In a climate of smog and concrete, the life cycle failed before it could come fully into form. There are times in life when relationships, cycles, and cherished endeavors are aborted, never to come into being, regardless of how much labor and love have nurtured it. Release your attachment to what could have been. It is essential to now face your failures, let them go, and move on. Open your eyes to new opportunities before you. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, this is definitely, a similar message in that, there could be some releasing of the past that needs to happen, or there could be, something that you're holding on to. There could be some aspect of yourself that you feel like you need to hold on to in order to hold on to a situation, right? Like, I'm thinking about in my own life, there's a certain level of trauma bonding that I do with certain people. And it's like, if I don't have that with these people, then like maybe we don't have a relationship. Or, just like aspects of yourself that you feel like you need to hold on to in order to keep a certain type of relationship going. And it's not to say that the relationship won't continue, but it's important to be at peace with letting go letting go of the relationship if needed, right? Like you shouldn't be sort of like holding on to something, to especially like an aspect of yourself. Like you have to allow yourself to grow, and if that means letting go of the relationship, then that's what it is, right? Okay, so we're going to pull a few affirmations, chakra affirmation cards. Okay. Okay, so I am grateful, I am peaceful, I am open to love. I am grateful, I am peaceful, I am open to love. Sorry, there was like something on the card. I made these cards myself, so, you know. Okay, and then one more chakra affirmation for my North Node in Geminis. North Node in Gemini, one more. I know when it is time to listen. Okay. I am grateful, I am peaceful, I am open to love, and I know when it is time to listen. So those are your chakra affirmations, North Node in Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to get a reading, please, see in the description box. I'm open to doing that. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys.